Aren't you guys tired of covering this? Aren't you guys tired of being here and having to cover all of these mass shootings? I'm from Highland Park. Family vacation with my son, visiting my sister-in-law. I have been lobbying in D.C. since we survived a mass shooting in July. I have met with over 130 lawmakers. How is this still happening? How are our children still dying, and why are we failing them?
That woman is one of countless Americans outraged by our country's do-nothing approach to gun violence, and she seized her moment this week by speaking out on camera. But those audio cuts aren't accidents. Fox News was actually censoring parts of the remarks they found problematic.
Assault weapons are contributing to the border crisis and fentanyl. We are arming cartels with our guns and our loose gun laws, and these shootings and these mass shootings will continue to happen until our lawmakers step up and pass gun safety legislation. I'm pretty sure this was an unsecured weapon that this teenager got a hold of. We can't even pass gun safety, like safe storage laws in this country to protect kids from getting a hold of weapons that they shoot each other with.
All right, so we're going to break away there because that reporter who was using that camera is obviously setting up to do a live report there.
That odd moment at the end of the clip shows Fox's correspondent getting some direction from the studio that we can't hear. But as soon as it comes down the line, Fox's cameraman starts packing up the equipment while the feed is still live. I wonder why Fox was in such a rush to cut. Monday's shooting at a private Christian school in Nashville left 3 children, 3 adults, and the shooter dead. But let's be honest, it's pretty clear our media and our political leaders have grown numb to the heart-wrenching sight of children once again being led away from a slaughter. And just like in Uvalde, Texas, Republicans are rushing to demand changes, but not to America's dangerously loose gun policy. No, Republicans are once again blaming a school shooting on weak doors. Watch this mess.
We need to remember, the side door. I'm not trying to point fingers. I don't know the exact facts at this moment, but from what I understand, a side door was unlocked. That seems to be a common pattern in many of these shootings, a side door. If we can lock the side doors and make sure that the schools are secure, hopefully we can avoid these tragedies going forward.
That's right. Even though Fox guest Nicole Parker admits she doesn't actually know if the open door theory is really true, she's ready to imply that's how the shooting could have been prevented. There's just one problem. The school's doors were actually already locked, and according to police, the shooter fired through a locked door and then walked right in. That inconvenient truth didn't shake Republicans, who are now calling for a stronger door policy. But why stop with doors? Why not make all the doors in the school lock automatically? And while we're at it, why not eliminate another major weak point? Windows. And hey, let's get the kids matching jumpsuits so we know when someone unexpected has entered the prison. School. But there's another Republican politician who isn't blaming gun laws or America's weak doors. For Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, the cause of mass shootings is much simpler. Too many Americans are turning their back on Jesus.
But for some reason, the media tends to concentrate on only certain mass shootings with certain shooters. So the Democrats have gone into overdrive because they think it's the time to address gun control, which will do nothing. It won't change anything, because all of us with common sense know that these shootings are happening because of many reasons. Issues like mental illness, issues with people who have turned away from God, the rapid moral decline in America, and so many other big problems.
It's pretty convenient for Greene that the cause of all these mass shootings is also one that riles up her base. And by making this about moral decline instead of, guns, Republicans want to once again force Democrats to fight this battle on their turf. Mass shootings have become such a common part of American life that it can feel like we bump into them wherever we go. And that was certainly the case for this woman, who survived last July's Highland Park, Illinois mass shooting, only to find herself on vacation at another mass shooting.
My name is Ashby Beasley. I'm from Highland Park, Illinois. I was actually in town just on vacation, but I'm a mass shooting survivor. My son and I survived a mass shooting in Highland Park where there was a shooting at a parade that we were at. We ran for our lives. And this is just unacceptable. It's only in America can somebody survive a mass shooting and then go on vacation to visit another person that they have met through, fighting for gun safety, and find themselves at another, involved like near another mass shooting. Like only, you know what I mean? Like only in America.
Unfortunately, a divided Congress makes any meaningful federal gun legislation basically a fantasy. And with Republicans in red states across the country actually passing legislation to make it easier to own a gun, the trend line seems to be moving towards even more preventable violence. But not every state is just giving up. In Michigan, Governor Gretchen Whitmer just passed a gun reform package that includes real laws requiring background checks and weapon registration for gun owners. And that's not just good policy, it's great politics too. A supermajority of Michiganders support Whitmer's push. With Congress out of commission, it's up to activists in the states to once again carry this fight forward. Even in Michigan, doing so was a test of progressives' organizing power and messaging skill. Now it's time to take that blueprint everywhere. There isn't a moment to lose. For more on how the GOP is screwing up everything, check out this video about what happens when a Fox News anchor actually tells the truth. And as always, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below to let me know what I should cover next.